welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lemide, for those who don't know me, and for those that do, hi bestie. So in today's video I'm going to be answering questions that I had, I asked my Instagram followers to ask me questions that they're curious about, that I felt like they needed answers to. Not like I owe anybody answers or anything. I just wanted to answer questions on my YouTube channel, and I asked them for questions, and some of them did, some of them did not. So I wrote down some questions that I asked my Instagram followers, and I also added some other ones, that I thought may be interesting or helpful to people, right? So I wrote them down in this book because I'm using my phone to film, so I can't answer them from my phone. So I wrote them down on this book. So I was just talking about or answering those questions. I hope you enjoy this video. So yeah, let's get right into the question. The first question, and I feel like this particular question is the most asked question. Like, if I got like €1 for each time I got asked this question, or I've been asked this question, I'll be chilling in millions, guys. Like, people have asked me this question so much. My friends, my family asked me this question before I moved to France. Why did you move to France? Why did, like, told me, you saw UK, you saw Canada, you saw the US, you saw like every other place, and you chose France? Why? Like, nobody just gets it, and it's totally fine. It's totally fine. The main reason why I feel like, or some of the reasons why I chose France is, first things first, I wanted to experience life outside of Ibadan. For those that know me. I used to live in Ibadan. I probably lived in Ibadan all my life, and I felt like I needed change. I needed to experience and discover myself, and France just seemed like the perfect country that fit the kind of person that I am, right? In terms of like their lifestyle here, how like they choose living over working, like it just seemed like the perfect fit for me. And of course, like, it just seemed right, and I prayed about it, right? And it just, yeah, like God just said, you know what, so for me, we are going to France. And right from the point when I decided that I wanted to go to France, like, things just started working out, in the strangest ways, right? But yeah, that is one of the reasons why I moved to France. Apart from the fact that it's a very beautiful country, there are a lot of benefits for students, like in terms of like international students, a lot of benefits that you get. The work-life culture, there's balance, working, studying, and living life, and it just felt like the perfect country. Another reason is because I wanted to learn French and practice French more. French is a very beautiful language, and it's like really nice to speak more than just English. So yeah, like, I was very excited at the fact that I'll come to France and I get to practice and speak French and be bilingual. I'm already bilingual because I speak Yoruba too. So imagine speaking French, Yoruba, and English, right? So yeah, those are some of the reasons why I chose France. I'll probably go more in depth in some other videos why France is a really good country for people to move to, or students to move to. So yeah, that's the first question. So the second question is, do you need to learn French to live in France? To be honest, I'm gonna be as honest as possible. Yes, I would honestly recommend that you learn French before moving to France. Like, it's going to make your life easier. It's going to make everything way smoother for you. You're going to be able to make friends easier, integrate yourself properly in France. Like, everything is literally in French, and if you are not learning the language, like, why are you here, right? Like, why are you here? But at the same time, you don't need to learn French to move to France, but you need to learn French to live in France. I don't know if that makes sense. So yeah, as long as you're open to learning, you can definitely move to France. But if you are one of those people that you are not ready to learn a new language, please don't come to France. I'm just telling you, I'm gonna be honest. Don't even bother. You don't stress yourself because everything is literally in French. Like it's gonna be difficult for you as a non-French speaker to live in France for like long term. But if you're just coming here a short program, go back to your country. Yeah, I mean, all the time that I schooled, my lecturers were in English, 100% English. My classmates spoke English. I used Google Translate a lot of times to communicate, but long term I don't think it's very sustainable, right? Because if you're thinking of getting, I mean, that's another long story, but if you're thinking of staying back in France, you definitely need to learn and speak French. So the third question is, what do you do in France? So I currently am a student. I am also doing my internship. It's like so my program is a master's, right? And it's a thing in France that while you're studying or in the course of your degree, you also work. Like that's the way they match it. So you get in education and you also get like to experience the professional side of it. So practical and theory. That's one of the another reasons why I chose France. So yeah, I'm currently a student. I'm still a student. I haven't graduated yet. But I'm also approaching the end of my study while doing an internship to validate my degree. Question: what did you study in France? So I am currently studying a master in project management, so MSc, also in science, project management, MSc project management. Project manager. Was it easy making friends? This one. So yes and no. So yes, it's very, I mean, for someone like me, I think I'm a very sociable person, very social, and my personality kind of like draws people in. So it wasn't very difficult for me to make friends with like my classmates, with random people that I meet. But it's difficult. It's not easy to make friends with French people or natives, right? Not because they're not friendly, not because they're rude as people would think French people are. Um, but it's more like a language thing. Like language is so important that like imagine you going to China, right? And you don't speak Chinese. So it's like if someone sees that you speak Chinese, no matter what you look like, no matter where you're from, like they're more open to speaking to you. But like yeah, like if you don't speak so much French, it's gonna be difficult to make friends with. Like language brings people closer. Like imagine me doing I'm a boy in French. But yeah, yes and no. It's easy to make friends with other internationals, because they're also open to making friends as well. But for French people, they don't really need you because this is their country. So yeah, yes and no. But there's some really, really nice ones. I had some French classmates who are very sweet. So yeah. What do you miss the most about Nigeria? This one. I miss my hairdresser. Yeah, Turayo, if you're seeing this thing, I miss I miss my hairdresser so much because all the while that I've been here, I've literally been making my hair myself. This one was done by me. I have been making my hair myself because first of all, I haven't found like a good hairstylist or hairdresser to make my hair for me that I'll be satisfied with. Then it is expensive. It is I'm dropping euros like this. So yeah, thankfully for my blessed hands, thanks to God, I'm able to braid my hair myself, do some crochet. Yeah, so yeah, I make my hair myself. Then another thing I miss about Nigeria, apart from hair, my hairdresser, is the food. I miss the food. I miss the just seeing Nigerians everywhere, like how, no matter how loud we are, the gist, um, the slangs, right? Just having people that, relate to a lot of things that, I relate to. That's another thing. Then yeah, the food. I miss Niger food. I miss Amala Sky. I won't even lie. I miss Sky. I'm trying my best to make Amala, but it's different. Like, when you go to Amala Sky, Bodija, like they give you all those angry mamas and they are slapping the Amala, putting inside bowl, you're queuing with your bowl. I miss that. And I miss my family and my friends. Yeah. Are there Nigerian restaurants or stores in France? Or how do you find Nigerian food? Um there are African stores, right? The African stores where you can buy, you find Nigerian food, you find Senegalese food, Congolese food, Ghanaian food, right? But there's no like store dedicated, to Nigerians. I don't know if that makes sense. About Nigerian restaurants, but I haven't found any. I think I found one online, but it wasn't Niger. I mean, so if you are into like restaurant business, trust me, there's a market for you in France. Like any Niger person out there, maybe I'll even use that as a key to start my restaurant business, but that's not my thing. But yeah, like there's definitely the market to start in Nigerian restaurants thing here. If Anish is seeing this, I know he has like branches all over in the UK. There's the market for it in France as well. A lot of Nigerians in France, scattered maybe, but trust me, there are plenty that are looking for Amala. Or a lot. So yeah, Nigerian stores, we have African stores, we have African restaurants, there's Senegalese restaurants. That I think that's like the major African. I think maybe because they speak French, it may not be easy for Nigerians to integrate in the system because we're Anglophone. But for Francophone countries like Senegal, Congo, yeah, I think I found one, Mama Africa, but it's Senegalese. I tried the jollof rice. It was nice, but Niger food still. Sorry. Was it easy getting a job in France? Definitely not. It was definitely not easy. I don't think it's easy getting a job anywhere, but it's more challenging in France for internationals like me because I mean the primary language here is French. But I don't know if anybody's watching this video and you're looking for a job in France and they don't necessarily speak French like a native, or you're learning French but like A2, B1 level, B2, right? Not perfect French, or beginner level. I would say channel your applications towards international companies where their working language is in English. I mean, you have higher chances getting hired there than in a French company. So yeah, it's definitely not easy getting a job. 100%, definitely not easy. Like, do you know how many L's I chopped in this country before landing my internship? Those are no. Probably talk about it in another video. I have lots of like things to talk about. So yeah, let me divert too much. What tips do you have to anyone looking to move abroad? What tips do I have? I think that one major thing is be ready for change, honestly. Like just come and experience it yourself, but be ready for change, be ready for things that you're not necessarily used to, be open to change, right? Be ready and be open to change. It's not your country, you know. Make quality connections, because that is the reason, why you are in whatever country you're moving to. Make connections, network with people, network with your classmates, with natives, build your network. I think that's one major advice I'll give anyone trying to study abroad. Then pray about it. Make sure the reason why you're going is actually like, don't go because you're following the crowd. Everybody's going to UK, so me too I must go. Everybody's going to France, me too I must go. No, make sure that you genuinely understand the reason why you're going, because it's going to get challenging, trust me. It's definitely going to get very, very challenging, and there's nothing, anybody's going to say if you are not, if you're not strong willed. Trust me, yeah, you will fall apart. It's difficult. There's struggles, right? There's the sweet parts, obviously, but you're definitely going to, experience some, challenges. I won't say hardship, but you're gonna experience some challenges. It's a new country. It's abroad. You're not home. You won't have your friends. Be ready to be alone, right? Be ready to be alone. It can get very lonely. That's why I would say network with people, go out, go, don't stay in your house, like, please. Go out. I also did take this advice from myself, right? But just try as much as possible to be more open to activities, try new things. If it's Halloween that your classmates are doing, do it with them. Okay, like, be open. That's why you're there. You're not in Nigeria, you're not in your country, right? What were the major culture shocks you faced? More this one. I definitely need to make like another video talking about my culture shocks in this country, because it's a lot. Like every day, like every single day living in this country, especially like first few months of living here, every day I was shocked. Like, but I think the most shocking thing for me is how difficult it was to open a bank account, right? And also to get like an ATM card. um it was very difficult for me. I was very shocked, honestly, because back home in Nigeria, you could literally go to the bank the same day and get your ATM card and get your what's it called, your bank account the same day, right on the spot. Like, it doesn't take, right there on the spot, it doesn't take, so long. But here in France, there are a lot of like admin work to do, a lot of paperwork. You have to book appointments. Like, you can't just walk into the bank, to do whatever. You have to book an appointment before going. I mean, there was one time that I went to the bank, right? And look at me, JJC, Jolly just come. I went to the bank and I didn't book an appointment. So I just went there thinking that I'll just get it, I'll just go there. I mean, it's bank now. I'll just go there. I got to the door of the bank. The door was locked, right? And normally they always open it from the inside. I stood at the door. I could see everything going on inside the bank. I knew that there were people inside. The door, I mean, the whole bank is glass, right? But I could see people inside. And then this woman came to answer me through like a speakerphone thing, right? And then she was like, "Oh, did I book a rendezvous?" I'm like, "Oh no." She's like, "Oh, you have to book an appointment before we can attend to you." I was just in shock there, like, me outside in the cold, like, you people are actually not going to answer me, right? So yeah, there are a lot of procedures, administrative work. They take time with admin work here. Like, you could spend, I mean, before I got my first bank account here and before I got the ATM card, it took almost a month, right? I know it's sometimes it's faster for some people. I know some people that got theirs in like, they got their accounts, not the ATM card, though. They got their account numbers or RIB in like 2 weeks, right? But that's that card is a problem. So yeah, that's one major. Another culture shock is smoking. It's different from Nigeria, right? Because in Nigeria, you can't just see, people on the road smoking anyhow. Here, you will see people smoking everywhere. In class, like, you have smoke breaks. You see your classmates smoking with their lecturers or professors. You see your professor smoking, like, nobody, cares. There was a day that I saw this woman holding a child. She was taking the child to school in the morning and she was smoking her cigarettes, right? So, like, I think that's one major culture shock for me, because it's very different from Nigeria. Like, you literally will be hiding, to smoke, as like, why are you smoking in school? You're not even someone like me that went to Kona University. Like, it's it's not, it's impossible to smoke inside that school. But you see people, you know, in your bachelor one, you see them smoking right after class. Right, it's really nothing here. So yeah, I think those are the two major culture shocks. There's a lot more, lots more. The fact that everything is literally in French, like signboards are in French, directions are in French. When I landed the airport, that's when I knew that to for me. You know, I swear, like when I landed in the airport, everything was in French. I mean, even on the plane, like from Lagos, because I flew Air France, everything was in French. The announcements are in French, um, down to groceries, like the body of what's it called, cereal, everything is in French. Soap is in, everything is in French. Even fish, meat, poulet, dinde, everything is in French. Every single thing. Everything is in French. Let me answer one more question and I will round it up here. So the last question is, was what struggles or challenges did you face moving to France? So I think one major challenge that I faced moving to France, apart from the language barrier, is or was like student jobs, right? The truth is, so when I moved to France, I did not work for 1 year, right? Straight up 1 year. I did not work till my internship. I wasn't working because um, student jobs are very difficult to find for international students, especially if you are, depending on the city in France that you're in. If you're in a smaller city, it's more difficult to find a job because, you know, they reserve the jobs for their natives, or even the most people don't employ, you know, this, you see a lot of French people, you know, working, or business owners working in their companies or in their businesses by themselves. So yeah, it's very difficult. They don't have like that structure like the UK, that is easily, like it's very easy to find student jobs. And it's not impossible, right? But it was very, I think it was very difficult. It was just a very big struggle for me as an international, not being able to work for a whole year, especially with the whole naira rates of, you know, exchange rates, really crazy. But thank God. So yeah, that's definitely one major thing. Another thing is definitely like language barrier. The fact that you can't just, you know, walk up to someone, you know, because like there's that fear that, oh my God, like my French is really bad, like what if they laugh at me? It's totally normal. And also French people, you know, feel that way. That's also why they don't, you know, feel very open to speaking English, even though they speak, like when they now open their mouth to speak the English, you know, that is it not you that said you don't know how to speak English? It's the same thing for me as an English speaker, even though, you know, I have, you know, learned some level of French. There's still that, you know, I mean, it's something that you have to genuinely fight. Like, oh my God, like even if I make a mistake, I don't care, right? So yeah, I think those are the two major struggles. The fact that it's not easy to find a student job here, like the UK, where you can, you know, find support jobs. Everything here for people that don't speak so much French, it's difficult, right? Because you communicate in French. Like, if you even find support job, how are you going to talk to the, what's it called? How you talk to the old people or the people that you want to support? Is it with your English? So yes, I think those are the major things that I faced here. There's still some that I don't remember at the moment. So very not so, you know, important like that. But yeah, I think that's really about it for this video. I will be making more videos about life here in France, you know, getting an internship, how to apply for jobs as an international student regardless of where you are. Also people that are trying to move to France. I'll be talking about, you know, how I moved to France, how much it cost. I'm sure like it'll be different, a bit different now, but at least you have like a guiding, you know, path as to how much it may cost, the kind of schools, you know, that are available, that are fully in English, the ones that are not in English. um yeah, so basically things like that. I'll be making more videos on stuff like that. And yeah, if you have other suggestions, you know, for me, or questions that you like me to answer, please put them in the comments and I will do justice to them. I will try my best to answer them to the best of my knowledge. And so yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. Like, if you don't subscribe, like, I need ginger to continue this thing, right? Because it's not easy as a working class girl to be doing this YouTube and also, you know, working. It's very tasking. But yeah, please subscribe, like this video. You can share, you can comment. Your comments are important as well, so let me know what you think, what you think I should improve. I'm 100% open to learning, you know, from you, because that's one of the reasons why I also started this channel, to learn from you while you learn from me. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Merci beaucoup. And I will see you very soon. A bientôt.